When the Detroit Lions selected Hendon Hooker in the third round of the 2023 NFL Draft, it wasn't just another pick. It was a bold move that sent shockwaves through the city and the entire football world. Instantly, the decision became the talk of Detroit. Fans, analysts, and even former players weighed in, sparking heated debates on sports radio, social media, and in living rooms across the country. At the time, Jared Goff's future as the Lions quarterback was uncertain. Some wondered if the team was preparing to move on, while others saw Hooker as a valuable insurance policy. Either way, Hooker represented a possible new direction for the franchise. Hooker, a dynamic talent from Tennessee, brought a wave of excitement. His electric playmaking ability and leadership in college had fans dreaming. Could he be the next franchise quarterback to lead Detroit to glory? The pick was widely seen as a smart, forward-thinking decision. It gave the Lions depth at the most important position and a high upside option who could develop into a star. For a team looking to build for the future, it was a calculated risk worth taking. However, there was a catch. Hooker was still recovering from a serious knee injury suffered late in his college career. That meant he wouldn't be ready to play right away, and his timeline was uncertain. This gave the Lions a built-in timeline. Hooker could take his time to learn the playbook, adjust to the speed of the NFL, and fully recover, all while Goff continued to lead the team on the field. Every update on Hooker's recovery was closely watched by fans and media alike, fueling anticipation and speculation about when he might finally take the field. The Lions had managed to secure a potential future star without the pressure of throwing him into action before he was ready. It was a rare luxury in today's NFL. The conversation quickly shifted to the future. What could Hooker become with time, patience, and the right coaching? Fans and analysts debated endlessly whether his college success would translate to the NFL. Some pointed to his poise and arm strength, while others questioned if his style would fit the pro game. The selection wasn't just about adding a player. It injected hope, possibility, and a brand new storyline into the Lions franchise. Suddenly, the future felt wide open. The stage was set for a quarterback story to unfold in Detroit, a story filled with uncertainty, potential, and the promise of something special. As the city held its breath, everyone was eager to see what would happen next, and whether Hendon Hooker could become the hero Detroit had been waiting for. While Detroit buzzed about Hooker, the city's hopes for a new era were palpable. Fans debated the future, wondering if the rookie would soon take the reins and lead the Lions to glory. But in the midst of all the speculation, Jared Goff quietly changed the narrative. The 2024 season became Goff's statement year. He wasn't just a bridge, but the true leader of the Lions. He stepped onto the field with a renewed sense of purpose, determined to prove his doubters wrong. Goff's confidence and precision elevated the offense, and he won games with his arm and decision-making. Each week, he delivered clutch performances, orchestrating game-winning drives and showing poise under pressure. The questions about his future faded as he became the engine of Detroit's high-powered attack. Analysts and fans alike began to see him as the franchise's cornerstone, not just a placeholder. His connection with coaches and receivers blossomed, and his leadership was undeniable. Goff's work ethic and attention to detail inspired those around him, creating a culture of accountability and belief. The front office took notice, and Goff's performance shifted the team's long-term plans. What once seemed like a temporary solution was now a foundation for the future. The debate about the future starter ended. Goff had earned the job. His consistency and leadership left no doubt in the minds of coaches, players, or fans. For Hooker, the path to starting was now blocked. His role shifted to backup and student. The rookie had to adjust his expectations and embrace a new challenge. He had the chance to learn from a top quarterback, observing Goff's preparation and leadership. Every practice became an opportunity to absorb knowledge and grow as a professional. The quarterback room dynamic was set, and Goff was rewarded with a massive contract extension. The organization sent a clear message about their faith in his abilities. The Lions made it clear. Goff was their franchise quarterback. The city rallied behind him, and a new chapter began in Detroit football. Hooker's journey in Detroit would be different than many imagined, but his role remained important. He became a vital part of the team's future, preparing for his moment while supporting the starter. The dream of starting was on hold, replaced by a new reality, one where patience, growth, and learning would define Hooker's early years in the NFL. With Goff entrenched as starter, Hooker's early NFL seasons were spent mostly on the sidelines. He appeared in only a handful of games, throwing just 9 passes, too little to truly evaluate his progress. Like many young backups, his development happened in practice and meetings, not on Sundays. Hooker's days were filled with studying the playbook, working on mechanics, and running the scout team. Game experience was scarce, and every snap was scrutinized. He had to be patient, learning from Goff and recovering fully from his college injury. This period was about preparation, not performance. Without game film, his development remained a mystery to outsiders. Hooker's career was in a holding pattern, waiting for a real opportunity. As the 2024 season reached its peak, the Lions brought back veteran Teddy Bridgewater as Goff's primary backup for the playoffs. This move signaled the team's priority: experience and reliability in high-stakes games. Bridgewater's presence pushed Hooker to third string, a tough but clear business decision. The playoffs weren't the time for on-the-job training. Bridgewater was the safer option. For Hooker, it was another test of patience and professionalism. He continued to prepare even as his role shifted further down the depth chart. His contributions in practice remained important. The move was a reminder of the NFL's competitive nature. Nothing is given, everything is earned. As the Lions chased a championship, Hooker watched, learned, and waited for his chance. After the Lions committed to Goff, speculation swirled about Hooker's future. Young quarterbacks stuck behind starters often become trade targets, but Hooker's market never materialized. With only 9 career passes, teams had little to evaluate. Potential alone wasn't enough. No significant trade offers came. Hooker was in limbo. He couldn't get playing time to generate interest, and without interest, he couldn't get playing time elsewhere. His value remained tied to college highlights, not NFL performance. The upcoming preseason became critical. His chance to finally create game film. A strong showing could change perceptions and spark trade interest. For now, his NFL value was still unproven. The preseason was his first real stage to show what he could do. Tonight's Hall of Fame game in Canton is more than just another preseason football matchup for Hendon Hooker. It's the most significant opportunity of his young career so far. Under the bright lights and in front of a national audience, every snap, every decision, and every throw will matter more than ever before. He's expected to play more snaps than he ever has in an NFL uniform, finally stepping out of the shadows and into a role where he can truly showcase his talent and potential. For 2 years, Hooker has been somewhat of a mystery to fans and analysts alike. Tonight, he has the chance to create a new narrative and show everyone what he's capable of on the big stage. A strong performance could not only solidify his spot as the Lions' primary backup, but also put him firmly on the radar for other teams searching for a future starter. Head coach Dan Campbell isn't just looking for flashy plays. He wants to see poise, smart decision-making, efficiency, and true command of the offense from his young quarterback. Hooker's goal tonight is clear: prove he's absorbed the playbook, can execute under pressure, and is ready to lead the team reliably when called upon. Every throw, every read, and every decision will be scrutinized by coaches and scouts not just from Detroit, but from across the entire league, all looking for signs of a future star. One preseason game won't define his entire career, but it can absolutely change its trajectory, opening doors or closing them, depending on how he performs. A great night could launch him into the conversation as a future starter. A poor one could reinforce doubts and set him back in the depth chart. For Hooker, this is more than just a game. It's a high-stakes job interview, broadcast live on national television, with his football future hanging in the balance. The stakes are high, the pressure is immense, and the spotlight has never been brighter. Tonight marks the first major test of his NFL journey, a chance to prove to himself, his coaches, and the world that he belongs at this level. Everything Hendon Hooker has worked for, every sacrifice and every moment of preparation, comes down to this moment under the lights. This preseason game is also the first look at a Lions team with new coordinators on both sides of the ball. John Morton takes over as offensive coordinator, and Kelvin Shepard leads the defense. Their schemes and play calling debut tonight, giving fans a glimpse of the 2025 Lions. For Hooker and the offense, it's a chance to adapt to Morton's system and show football intelligence. A smooth offense, even with backups, reflects well on both players and coaches. On defense, young players and rookies get their shot to impress Shepard. With top draft picks likely sitting out, depth players fight for roster spots. The rookie class, including receivers Isaac Tesla and Dominic Lovett, will try to turn practice into production. The preseason is their best chance to prove they belong. New coaches and hungry players make for an exciting, competitive atmosphere. Hooker isn't just facing the Chargers, he's battling veteran Kyle Allen for the Lions' backup quarterback job. Allen brings NFL experience and a proven track record, making this a true competition. Throughout camp, Hooker and Allen have split reps with the second team. The coaching staff wants to see who commands the offense and makes the smartest decisions. Tonight's game is a key data point. Both will get significant playing time. Coaches will compare how each handles pressure, accuracy, and leadership. Outperforming Allen would be a major statement for Hooker, validating the Lions' patience. A strong showing could secure his spot as primary backup. If Allen looks more comfortable, Hooker's position could be in jeopardy. Every snap in the preseason is meaningful in this battle. The QB2 job is truly up for grabs. As kickoff approaches, this game stands as the most important night of Hooker's career so far. It's his first real chance to perform on a big stage and answer lingering questions. A great performance could change his trajectory, building confidence and altering perceptions. But it's just one preseason game. His career won't be defined by a single night. Coaches want consistency, not just one flash of brilliance. This game marks a turning point, the end of what if and the start of what is. For 2 years, Hooker's story was about potential. Tonight, it's about performance. He can take control of his narrative and reward the Lions' faith in him. This is his moment to step out of the background and into the arena. Ultimately, it's about progress and growth. Whether he becomes a long-term backup or earns a shot elsewhere, it starts here. As Hooker takes the field, he carries both expectation and opportunity. It's only one game, but it could change everything.